been 2 weeks. I need to get it done. So we're gonna go over and switch over to the game capture card, and I'm going to start installing drivers. Let me turn this one on. I'm gonna switch over to it so I can see what I'm doing. Wrong one. There it is. So I can fix this. This is way too big. I'm being able for you guys to see me what I'm doing. Let's see if I can fix this here. Yeah, it's close, but I don't like it. That'll work. Let's go ahead and turn my mouse on. The pin in. And we'll get started here. We need to turn off the desktop audio real quick. There we go. Wrong mouse. I didn't put this stuff on here. I'm assuming OneDrive did. Yeah, it did. I hate OneDrive. I take off OneDrive because none of this stuff right here makes any dang difference. Buddy, I'm online. What's up?
I got busted down the west.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Go play. I am. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off because I don't use it. I usually take OneDrive off. I don't. I'm gonna have to delete all this stuff. It's what it is, I guess. That's Free McBoot. I haven't used Free McBoot in years. I'll just go ahead and just take it off of here. Go like this. Go system. Yeah, I got about 13 terabytes of storage in this thing. Couldn't believe it. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Go down to where it says apps. Install apps. What I like to do is I like to type in OneDrive. And then I go like this. Uninstall. I don't need it. I don't use it. I don't care. If you back your stuff up like you're supposed to, you don't need it. So, like I said, welcome to the chat. We're gonna get this computer done. I don't know if this thing's even have anything in it. Nope, that folder's empty. That's got a couple things in it. Are the actual ROMs in it? No, they're not. So these are worthless. So it's worthless crap on the desktop. Imagine that. Now we're back to where we were. I turned the desktop audio off. We don't need it. So, like I said, welcome to the live stream. Let's get this party started and let's go on ASUS's website and let's get the BIOS up to date here. I don't care about that. This is something I don't use Edge for, but whatever. I can sign with Google Data or do without Google Data. I can do that later. I could give a monkey's crap. This is the only thing on here. I usually use Firefox. So wrong keyboard. This one has a 7's Wi-Fi gaming. I go to my cookie settings. I go to analytics, whatever cookies, and I hit confirm. I hit no thanks. I don't care. This one's a 390E, whatever. I don't want that. We need to go to support. We need to go down to download center. I need to select a product. I can actually put the model name in here. It is I have the book, so I can look and see what it says. It says
Daddy.
yes, buddy.
And then I tipped the top over.
You're good, buddy. That's cool.
I don't know how I did that. He was on
You hit him.
the glass, and then I went push him to the chin and
I
fell
remember
over.
keyboard again. I keep forgetting that.
And then he tipped over.
Gaming Wi-Fi. There it is. Via Wi-Fi 7. That's what it looks like. We're gonna go to drivers and tools, and we're gonna get the right BIOS that's updated on this, because if I don't, we are going to fry the CPU, and I don't want to have to do an RMA. So, what the heck happened? There we go. I want BIOS and firmware. Looks like the latest BIOS is 2.11.25. I need to move that so I can find it easier. But I have to extract it. And that's, I need the BIOS. I don't care about the renamer. Copy. It's PC. So the other two disks, I'll show you how to initialize them in a second. I need to get this done so that BIOS completes. And I'll show you something on this. We will restart. And I will jam the delete button. Like I said, we're getting no signal right now because the computer's restarting. BIOS should come up. There it is. As you can tell, I still have the tooler plugged in. Last time I didn't. We're gonna go to where the heck is it? This is easy mode. I hate easy mode. We'll go to advanced mode. Thank you. We're gonna go to tools. I'm gonna go to easy flash utility. I'm gonna see which one it's got it on. It should be this one. And it'll tell me, would you like to read this? Yes. Yes. Yes, I want to update the BIOS. And now we're gonna update the BIOS now. You always want to have the latest BIOS on your board. I don't care what anybody says. It eliminates problems down the road. You want back in? Huh? You gonna play your Switch? Kayla, you gonna play Switch? Are you gonna watch a movie? Okay. That's my daughter I'm talking to. Clearing the process database. I'm gonna leave it alone. See, now it's starting to go because it needs to see what it needs to use. Let's see if we can break a motherboard today. So like and subscribe. was hoping to get 500 subscribers, maybe 1,000 later down the road. That's why I kind of play video games every once in a while on a live stream. So this is gonna be the new streaming computer slash multimedia computer over here. So because once this is done, I gotta transfer every single cotton picking file off the old one. That's like a 2-week process, which I will show you how I do that. Because the fact of the matter is, people need to know. I usually use multiple external hard drives, or I'll take them and put them on one hard drive, move them over. Hence the reason why data drives are so important. Oh, interesting. This has 1812 on it, so why am I updating back to 1812? Huh. This one's shipped with the latest BIOS, but it's reflashing it to the latest BIOS. Usually it doesn't let you do that. That's ASUS for you, I guess. Should have told me that it was already done. So it must be something else. We'll have to install iClue because it will give the drivers for the fans and AIO and all that. And this is a very pretty case. Hopefully it fits in the hole it needs to go into. I really hope it does. BIOS has been successful. We're going to do a reset. It'll reset itself. So it'll probably go into setup mode again. We'll let it do its thing. Not going to touch it. Yeah, she restarted and came back on. I don't put Armory Crate on this because I don't like Armory Crate. Never have. Yeah, it's updating the firmware for the ME, so don't shut down or reset for startup boot up failure. So there must be something wrong with the firmware on Intel's part. I'm assuming it has something to do with the voltages. I don't want it to RMA a CPU. Even though Intel is pretty lenient with it, but it can take them up to 2 weeks to RMA one. So I remember back in the day when I first built my first computer, the NIC failed, so I had to RMA a board, and they RMA'd my CPU, and I had to send them back because they wanted to test them, which is fine. There was nothing wrong with the CPU; it was the board. Because this one back in the day when Intel made their own motherboards, that was pretty neat. And I made sure to get one of their boards because it was their processor and it was a $1,000 CPU. So yeah, back in the day when my first bill was like $5,000, $6,000. That was back in the day. There it goes. Hopefully it'll go boot back into Windows. Yeah, there it goes. It's gonna tell you that you need to see. It's picking everything up, and that's also picking up that status drive. Like I said, we'll go ahead and for making any bias adjustments, please press F5 for remove factory default settings for ensure smooth operation. Let's just push please F1 for setup. It's gonna default back to this, and my mouse should work now. I like advanced mode. Like I said, I have a i7 4700K in here. Base processor frequency is 3.4 megahertz. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigs of RAM in here. I had total memory frequency at 3600 megahertz. I had to turn that on by default to get it to register like that. I had to do, what do they call it? Where is it? Memory configuration. All this stuff, I'm going to leave it alone, but it's under, where the heck is it? AI Tweaker, I think. RAM frequency. Oh, this thing go up to 3.4, 3.6 megahertz for a turbo speed. That's not bad. Not bad at all, but anyway. It's under memory configuration. See if I can find it. Onboard device configuration. I don't mess with this stuff normally. Tech audio, yeah. HD audio, retail blank controller. I turn. Usually when I have a card in here, I'll turn that off. But that's not what I'm looking for. It's on the main page. Oh, crap. Oh, this one went to 1812. This one was at 1815. Yeah. Anyway, it's up to date, so we're gonna hit the exit button. Just gonna go save changes and reset. Before I do that, I want to make sure that my aura is off. Where is it? F4 aura. All off. Now I'm gonna hit save, exit, and reset. I don't have my aura on. I don't care about RGB. Not a chance. We're gonna go ahead and download Firefox as well. I don't like. And then I'm gonna bookmark the Wi-Fi motherboard drivers. I need to see if it's Realtek or not. If it's Realtek, I'll get them from their website. I could care about Asus's drivers. And this thing will be ready to go as soon as I figure out everything else that I'm missing. Because Bluetooth is not even on here yet. There's nothing for Bluetooth or anything on here. The initial drivers on their website will get you what you need. But I'd rather go to the retail manufacturer's website to get the actual drivers. See, it'll boot right into Windows if you don't touch anything. I know this is the boring part. That's nice. I don't care. Again, I'm just going to go here. I want to see the specs of this board, so go back to support. Back to the download center. Like I said, we have a Z7 Wi-Fi. That's what this one is. Go to drivers and tools. We have a Retech LAN. I don't know what wireless we have. Here's the chipset driver. Intel serial OI driver. What else is here? Management, diagnostic tuning, chipset driver, DDT driver. That one's on here. Serial OI software. This DDT driver. This one's hard to find. On my other one, I couldn't find it. Let's go and see if the DDT driver's on here now. No. I got a couple PCIe's, a network controller. That's gonna be the wireless. System device. See if it says anything about DDT. These are PCIe devices. SM bus controller. I'm missing, like I told you, I'm missing the motherboard drivers, chipset drivers. $924. I'll go with these ones, see what happens. Let's see if the stuff is. I don't know. Let me see. Let me refresh. Scan for hardware changes. So we're still missing stuff. SM bus controller. RAD, PCIe device, the network controller. I know what that is. We can try the human management interface. I don't really need it, but whatever. Not putting the audio driver on here. I don't need it. I don't need the accelerator driver for VGA. There's a Bluetooth driver. I bet you it's Realtek Bluetooth too. Like I said, your PC's not done yet until all this stuff is on here. See if that resolved any issues. No. Yeah, but it gave me a generic Bluetooth adapter. I gotta extract it. It's kind of dumb. This is a MediaTek Bluetooth adapter. I've never even heard of this one. But okay. I'll have to look this up later. Never had a MediaTek Inc. Just want to copy that. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go ahead and search the web forum. Seems like they don't even have any drivers. Yeah, so we're gonna have to stick with those, I guess. We'll leave that be. Um, just put the wireless adapter on here. Seems like that's gonna be the same deal here. Never heard of this stuff. They get their chips where they get them, so. I bet you this is the same difference. See if that did anything. Yep, now I should have wireless. Yeah, Meditech wireless LAN card. Never even heard of these people. Properties, driver. So we're gonna leave it at that. I've never heard of this driver, so we're gonna leave it alone. I got a PCIe device I need to figure out, and an SMB control I need to figure out, and something else. Looks like we're on the right track, though. Do we download that chipset driver? Let's see. No, I didn't. Intel have these on their website if you really want to go digging for them, but 90% of the time they don't. Said I love this machine. It's a $4,000 build. Well, it's doing something. doing something. Can we start now? And I need to see what it did. So we no longer have any besides the rad controller. All our other stuff has gone away besides one thing. So I need to figure out what that SM bus thing is. Or did it go away? I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna go back in there and we're gonna. Oh shit. We're going to restart now. And we're going to see what's left in the thing that we need to update. And device manager that's got a yellow question mark. I said it's not just install Windows and we're good to go. No. Unfortunately. A lot of messing around with drivers and all that. So back in our device manager. We have one other device and it's called a rad controller. I bet you it's an Intel rad controller. We need to find the driver for it. I like using Mozilla Firefox. It's my thing. I am looking for chipset drivers. Which we just installed that. We did the DDT. Why software? They got stuff here that's been loaded twice. It's the same. It also says DDT. That fixed our issue though. No, it didn't. That's the rad controller from Intel. I need to figure out where they hide in that driver. So obviously the DDT one has already been taken care of because it comes up here. Let me see. Series of Wi-Fi Gaming 7. I don't need to register it. I don't care. Nope, I don't. I just don't need. Oh, they have a LAN driver on here, but I can get that from Realtek. Just calling the phone. I hate Bing. Assuming it's gonna be this one. I can look in there and see. I will find that rad driver in a second. We need to look at network adapters. Yep, it's a EBG family controller software. So we need auto installation. Always ask for a stupid CAPTCHA. To make sure you're not bot. It's a Q. And you gotta extract this one, maybe not. I'll do this one later. We're probably gonna lose connection if I do, so I will do this later. But yes, that is the updated driver for this. Yeah. So I have it. I've never heard of the Wi-Fi chip on this thing, or the Bluetooth on this thing, but we have it. See the security dashboard. Not ever shut up. I'll put Norton on here later. That's something that I do off camera. Need to find that rad driver though. App control. I like to use Firefox instead of this. Instead of Edge, so. The sound card we gotta update. We'll need to find that rad controller. Welcome to Firefox. Pin Firefox status bar. No, I don't need it. I use Firefox, but for right now it is Microsoft Edge because it's already open. I'm just irritated I can't find the rad driver. This Series IO. I've already installed that twice. That's the same up there, 4.7. What's the difference between the two? That's the latest driver, that's what that is. I need to figure this out. I don't like that other device crap. Windows 10 and 4 more. That's for Windows 10. Windows Server. That's saying it's RAD controller, that RAD controller. Okay, here we go. Let's go to a forum. Okay, do we have them for this? Intel Engine Management Interface. Chipset, DDT, serial OI software. It's a GNA driver. I can put that on here. No fucking idea. Excuse my language. Nope, that did not do anything for that. I got a dynamic tuning driver and I tried that. That's a DDT driver. Everything is on here. That's a dynamic tuning driver. See, according to Intel, it's a RAD storage controller RS25NB008.
VN 086 equals Intel and Stream Engine interface. That was a long time ago. I don't want driver easy to figure this out. That'd be dumb. I might as well do it. Take it off. Keep using the round keyboard. I just want to see what it says. It is. I don't use this. I don't care about it. I just want to see what it says that is. Because then I can go hunting for it. Still gotta download the graphics drivers. It's called Intel RST VDM controller. Alright. It's Intel RST VDM. Sorry about my hand. Trying to figure this out. We'll try this one.
you're trying to install this driver on an unsupported platform. Please contact your platform manufacturer or vendor for proper software. I downloaded this one. Let me see something. Driver easy say it's RSTVDM. So A77F. these. I don't know. Same one I used. This one worked for some reason. That was odd. It's the local disc D. That one worked. That's interesting. I don't use Driver Easy. I see what the heck I'm missing from it, and then I delete it. Yep, source controller, all there. There's all your Bing's gone. No, I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't use Driver Easy. Just 2 updates. My apps. There it is. Install the apps. I don't need Driver Easy. I just want to see what the heck I was missing. Basically, that's also for the apparently the 4th generation platforms. It says 12th and 13th gen. Interesting. That is very interesting, folks. I've never had that issue, but that's all done. Now, www.amd. Spell today. Okay. Cookie settings. Go to resources and support. Drivers. Windows 10. Download the driver. That's a minimal setup. I don't want the minimal setup. That's what they're going to give me. It'll probably download the full freaking set anyway. It's like, bro. he's gonna download it anyway. What was the point of that, huh? I don't know. That's AMD for you. I think I don't like this. Graphics. Not RX. Yes, it is. 900 XT. Submit. 64. It'll give me the whole entire fucking driver right there. Right here. Instead, it's downloading it. Because the new one is there. AMD's website's so screwed up now. For buying this, I got 2 games I need to register on AMD Rewards to get them. I will get them. It's gonna go blank. It's gonna be weird. Installing all the drivers for the first time. Like I said, a lot of patience goes into this. We still need to initialize 2 other drives. Now if I go into device manager, there should be give me the Jones software too. Should have. My Jones software. Let's get this. See, it says manage updates. Care about privacy view. T2511. It's gonna tell me that I already installed this. It should. See? Install repair. So, like I told you. Minimal setup does the same thing. I just like the full installer. it says there's an update for it. Never even uses this. And now if I go on device manager, all my sound stuff should be here. High definition audio device, streaming audio device. This is the next one we gotta do. 2021. I doubt that. This is an AE5 Plus. So yeah, that's all done. This is just notices. So now we're gonna go to creative.com. We call it Sound Blaster. Go support. We're looking for Sound Blaster. Do it, Ian. Move right now. I'm done. Huh? I'm done with this. I'm done for the night. So we'll probably do the Sound Blaster driver quick and then we're done for the night. Not a robot. Motorcycles. Motorcycles. Guess this is last driver. That's generic on here. And then we'll be done for this for the night, and then I'm on my own by putting this back where it knows to go, and then we do some benchmarks on this thing. We'll restart later. Like I said, we're gonna. I believe that's the last driver, anyways. Check our device manager here. Yep, everything. There's no other devices. There's no nothing. I will show you tomorrow how to initialize drives. Check your zone card. Check the driver. Properties. Yep, 2020 driver. But everything is on here for it. Yeah, so restart the computer now. Fine. It's gonna update. Like I said, we're gonna call it a night. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and we'll get this thing set up tomorrow and show you guys how to do some real cool stuff on here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.